You know that feeling you get right before you say yes to something that you really meant to say no to? Stop saying yes. The power of no, the power of no, that power of no. Hey me, it's you. I'm you, you me, we us. Welcome back to the garden where we're grounded in evolution. Today I'm gonna be talking about the power of no. I'm gonna be talking about setting boundaries. I'm making this video for me because I need the constant reminder of these 4 steps. I need this constant reminder that it's okay to say no and it's not rude. It's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to prioritize your feelings, your peace, your energy, whatever the case may be. You know that feeling you get right before you say yes to something that you really meant to say no to? It doesn't go away. It manifests into something much worse. Whether it's stress, resentment, burnout, depression. I get it. You want to be liked. You want to fit in. You want to be that go-to person. You want to always come through. Or maybe you don't even know you could say no. It's nice and all being that go-to person for everybody and that person that everybody can call and lean on. But when it gets to that point where you're putting everybody else's needs above your own, that's when it's time to jump out for you, for your sake, for your peace. Saying yes to too much is like trying to bring all the grocery bags in one trip. You're going to end up with a whole bunch of busted bags and broken eggs and spilled milk. But don't cry over that spilled milk because you thought that was a good idea. You thought you could handle it. It's time to get aware of what you can handle. Your schedule gets too packed. You can't even breathe, let alone find the time to do the things you actually want to do. So what's the fix? What can I do? How can I say no without feeling like I'm being rude? You got to start setting those boundaries. Saying no is not being rude. It's actually you respecting your boundaries and knowing yourself enough and loving yourself enough to let that person know that you cannot do this thing for them. You cannot say yes to this at this moment. I'm really talking to myself on this one. It's actually a sign that you respect yourself enough to protect your energy and your peace. Hold on, that'll make my throat tight a little bit. Step 1. You gotta change your mindset. You gotta understand that you saying no is really saying yes to yourself. You saying no to this person, but you're saying yes to your mental health, peace, whatever you want to do, whatever you had planned already. Do not put someone else's life over your own, someone else's needs over your own. You got to understand, it doesn't make you selfish or a bad person. It just means that you're becoming aware of how much you can handle and how much you can take. Step 2, create go-to phrases. For those times when you want to say no or you need to say no and you don't know how to say it without feeling guilty, use those go-to phrases. If there's a situation that constantly occurs where this person asks you to do something and you don't know how to say no, use that go-to phrase. Like, for instance,
thank you for thinking about me, but I can't commit to that right now. I can't take on any more responsibilities right now.
Or like,
I can't do that at the moment because I have other priorities.
no, okay, hold on, because that's a little, figure out what phrases you feel comfortable saying. I don't always remember my go-to phrases. It's too hard in that moment for me to get my phone and go in my notes. I haven't memorized it yet, which is the next step. Step 3, practice your phrases. You have to remember to practice your phrases, or it's gonna be like you're on the spot and you're gonna be looking like, oh shit, what do I say? Yes. Just calm down, everybody. Just calm down. Practice your phrases. I want you to look in the mirror, look at your facial features. Practice your facial features when you say this because you don't want your facial features to come off rude. Practice your tone. You don't want your tone to come off rude if you're one of those people that's hyper aware of that, even though, like, I am. Don't say it like,
no, I can't do that because I got other stuff going on.
No. You want to be like, I can't take that on right now because I do have a lot going on. Can you ask me again in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or however long, a year, 2 years, or I don't know, like whatever you feel comfortable with. If you don't want them to ask you again, then don't say that. But it's hard, y'all. Setting boundaries is hard, especially when you're not used to doing it. I mean, it's just one of those things you gotta practice. So step 3 is practice. Step 4 is committing, is doing it. When you actually get to that point of having to set that boundary, somebody didn't ask you to do something. Oh, hey, yes, can you babysit my 6 badass kids? Step 4 is check in with yourself. I want you to take a little deep breath. You can make it visual, dramatic if you want. It doesn't matter, whatever you need. For me, I'm gonna always need that dramatic, deep breath. I don't care if they see it. It has to be done. I'm gonna react like either it's gonna be a hell yes or a hell no. There's no in between for me. Either I'm gonna fake like I actually want to do it, or I'm gonna show you that I do not want to do it, and that's rude. And I'm trying to avoid being rude, but also staying assertive and firm. Take that deep breath. If that deep breath don't give them a hint of like, okay, maybe she don't want to do this, you gotta keep on going. Ask yourself, how would this make me feel if I say yes to doing this? Do I really want to do this? If it feels like it's gonna drain you, that's your sign. You gotta say no. You gotta use one of your phrases. Once you start being assertive and saying no, you get your time back. You get your energy back. You start being less stressed. You start feeling more free to do the things you actually want to do. You know, you get back to being yourself. It boosts your self-respect and sometimes even self-esteem. You end up with deeper, more meaningful relationships and connections because they get to know what you can handle and what you can't. They understand you on a deeper level when you actually voice how you feel, voice your opinions, and be genuine, be real, be true, be honest. Stop faking for these people. It helps you know yourself. You gotta know yourself. And once you're aware of what you can and can't handle, and you act on it, you assert it, it's like the constant state of being genuine. You no longer have to fake for anybody. You no longer have to wear a mask. You know, just be yourself. Be real. Stay true to yourself. Stay focused. Finish strong. I made this video for myself because I'm battling it right now in this moment. I don't always know how to say no, and so I did the research and I came to the conclusion that these steps are what work best for me and what will work best for someone like me. Stop saying yes. The power of no, the power of no, that power of no. No got that power. Use it. Abuse it. It's 2025. Stop doing stuff you don't want to do for the sake of other people's happiness. You got to put yourself first. I got to put myself first, Lucius. This year, we put ourselves first, y'all. So, if you didn't have time or if you're not in a space where you could have wrote these steps down, go ahead and save this, put it in your watch later, whatever you got to do. Subscribe, like, comment, so you can have this to look back at and come back to, so you can write it or just to remind you. Stop saying yes. This is for you. This is for me. This is for us and we. Let's do it, y'all.